Hello and welcome to the second video in the classes series by Coco RL10. Today I'm going to be covering Showmanship, whose official name is Showmanship at Halter. I'm going to go over the rules, outfits, horses, patterns, and show you some showmanship runs. So here we go. This is the rules as from the 2014 Acurache rulebook. Showmanship is available only in the amateur and youth divisions. Showmanship is designed to evaluate the exhibitor's ability to execute in concert with a well-groomed and conditioned horse a set of maneuvers prescribed by the judge while precision and smoothness, while exhibiting poise and confidence, and maintaining a balanced, functional, and fundamentally correct body position. So what that means is that only amateur and youth can do it, and your horse has to be in good shape. You can't have like a 20-year-old horse that doesn't look nice going into it. Your horse has to you have to have a tail in, you have to have your horse banded, it has to have its nose clipped, it has to have the grease on its nose, it has to look respectable and good. And correct body positioning means you're standing up straight, your shoulders are back, your arms are square, you're standing up tall, and you look confident. The next one. It is mandatory that the judge post any patterns to be worked at least 1 hour prior to the commencement of the class. However, if the judge requires additional work of exhibitors for consideration of final placing, the finals pattern may be posted. The pattern should be designed to test the showman's ability to effectively present a horse to the judge. All ties will be broken at the judge's discretion. So that's just saying that the pattern you can't change the pattern as soon as the class is going in. So now let's move on to showmanship outfits. You have to have a certain type of outfit for showmanship. They're usually sparkly. Little kids can have designs like hearts and stuff on them. And this is a youth showmanship jacket that I found online. And it's got the typical sparkles. And it's nice. I don't like white because I would get it dirty. But this is a nice example. And you'd have to have matching color pants and dyed boots, or black, but plain black is okay too. Here are some tips for better showmanship. You need to keep your hands even as possible. Run as normal as possible, meaning some people try to get flat when they run. They don't run forward. You have your horse with you, so it's going to restrict your movement somewhat. So you need to make sure your horse is in concert with you. And just try to run. Don't try to run down or square or anything. Just try to run as normal as possible. Never slouch. That's bad in showmanship. You need to keep your shoulders upright, your hands straight, and everything straight. Look confident is one of the main things, because if you don't look confident, then you're not going to do as well. In my experience anyways. Smile. Smile whenever you're in the showmanship ring. The judges always like to see smiling so you're not nervous or anything. But the most important thing, especially if you're just starting out, is to be on pattern. I mean, try for the other stuff, but most importantly, you need to be on pattern. And here are some tips for better. These are the maneuvers that you will need for your horse. Your horse needs to walk, trot, stop, back, spin around in a circle, pivot on his hind end. In some cases, you need to do a pull turn, but that's not normal. So just do a regular clockwise spin. And they can, usually if novice, they only go up to 1 whole spin, but they can go up to 2 or 2.5 spins. So you need to make sure your horse has a good spin on him and a good back. A straight back is essential to showmanship. He needs to have a good setup. Setup is when all the horse's front feet are square, and you need to do that when you have a judge. The most important thing, though, is good ground manners. Your horse cannot touch you in showmanship, and if you touch him, that's an instant disqualification. So your horse needs to stay away from your personal space and respect you enough to not go near you. This is a showmanship pattern I found. It's not very clear, but you can get the gist. Trot from cone 1 until even with the judge. So this is not saying it right. That's weird. So it's telling you to trot here, then walk a circle to the left up here, halfway back or across the original line, pick up your trot, then you're going to stop with the judge, stop, perform a 1 3/4 pivot, So that would be 1 3/4 turn all the way around. And set up to the judge. Then do a 1/4 turn and walk away. This is a very confusing pattern. 3/4 turn. Back to the judge. Then do a 180. I'm sorry, this is very confusing. Well, this is kind of a complicated pattern. A simple one that you usually find in novice youth is start at this cone. Start at this cone. Start at this cone. Trot. Alright, this is not the same pattern. And there'll be a cone here. And then they like you to back until, say, this line is where the judge is going to be. The judge will be over here. Spin 3/4, walk to the judge, set up, do a 90-degree turn, and trot away. That is a typical pattern that you see in novice youth. I've had that one many times, so my horse knows that pattern very well. Showmanship is my favorite class and my best class. We were just shy of making the finals at Congress this year. We came around this corner. It's almost exactly like it. But instead, say the judge was right in front of this line, kind of like here, not that far, but like we're a little bit off, and I'm not well known around the industry, so we didn't make it back. But I was still happy with the pattern because other than that, it was perfect. We made all our spins and everything. So now to our next slide. Okay, pause. Now we're gonna go watch some videos. Here we are. We're gonna watch this showmanship pattern of a girl on her horse doing the novice youth showmanship pattern. It's kind of blurry, so. And then afterwards, we're gonna critique it. There she is. She's setting her horse up. You should never pull. You should always try to push back, not pull forward. But the front feet, it's kind of hard to do that. So these are the quarters. You have to change every time the judge hits past the shoulder line, the front line, and the back line. And then she's gonna back. If you want more about the quarters, I can explain that in a second. And she said she won that pattern. And that's okay for a novice youth pattern, but it's not best. So now, we're going to critique this pattern. If you weren't looking closely, you might not see anything wrong with it, but her hands were not even. They were down the entire time. She ran too slow. Her horse was ahead of her, and that should never happen. Or she needs to drag him along, but that's also not good. So your horse really needs to be in tune with you for showmanship. She was not confident enough in her ride, in her run. But you could see that because she'll be walking prouder and running prouder. There's just a certain look. I'm going to show you another one that it's a world show pattern, so it's going to be better. And she needs to be crisper in her moves. Her spin was sloppy. She didn't finish it. Her quarters were sloppy. And quarters, let me just explain this to you. Let me explain this to you here. So this box that I'm drawing is the horse. Okay? I know it's bad. Well, anyways, this here is the person, and this here is the judge. Now, I highlight the front of the horse, the girth area of the horse on both sides, and the back end of the horse. These are the 4 quarters. So you, standing right here, the judge or the steward's going to walk around. I'm going to change colors. And the judge here is going to walk around. And when he gets here, so if he's going this way, you need to switch immediately to this side, okay? I gotta keep changing pen colors. Let me erase all this. So, You had that gist of that before. So, quarters are there, and the judge is here, and you are here. So, now I'm going to draw a path around the horse. The judge is going to go this way, all the way around. He could go around more than once, but they usually don't do that. And he can just go back up and be in his current spot again. Now, he walks this way. You need to switch immediately. Like immediately. As soon as he takes a step, you need to move over here. And as he keeps walking on his little journey, once he gets here, you need to switch back. Once he gets here, this is the hard one because you can't tell when they're in the back. Once he crosses this line, you need to be back over here. And once he crosses this imaginary line, you need to be back over here, and you don't move the remainder. Now, if they go this way, I know it's getting confusing, and you don't need to move right away. You just need to move when they cross this line, and this line, and this line, and you will move the final time. But if you need to do a spin or anything after that, which you usually will, you need to cross back over here in front of the judge, which is fine for that. And yes, that's what we're going to do. Oh, so now we're going to watch the next video. Just hold on.
What? No, you don't want to park it out for a minute.
Wait, yes, I do.
You there?
I
I just switched phones. You're telling me to wait a minute.
So this person is obviously at a different level than the other one. This is the Select World Show, and she is doing a nice job. She's upright, she's straight, she's walking very confident. Oh, she's not straight at the judge right now, so I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, Caleb's here now. Caleb, let's go today or tomorrow?
And she's going to set up here. Alright, and now you can watch her doing her quarters. Very nice. There's a lot of judges at the World Show, but those aren't all judges. Some of those are ring stewards. Just going to spin again. Just going to go around again. And she wasn't that straight there, so that's not good. She would not win, but she does a pretty good pattern. The only one without all the ads. And then you have to set up. She did an okay job. And now we're going to go back to the other thing. This is the video 2. She needs to be crisper and better at her maneuvers, but she was an overall better picture. I'm not picking on these people. They're just at different places in their showmanship careers. So, thank you for watching the Showmanship Halter video by Coco Arl 10. I hope you enjoyed it.